It's time to draw a line between Jessica and Girls' Generation. Iconic K-pop girl group Girls' Generation are confirmed to make a comeback this August as an 8-piece with a new album in celebration of its 15th year. While the Sones community are counting days to the long-awaited reunion of the girl group after years, some have been mentioning ex-member Jessica, who departed from Girls' Generation in 2014 in controversy. Some said that Jessica had to leave the group because the rest of the members were jealous of her personal fame and her own fashion label. This hypothesis doesn't seem convincing because Jessica may be one of the most popular members, but it's never been a matter of personal fame that the other 8 members turned their backs on her. Let's look back a little bit. Back then in 2014, anyone who's interested in K-pop would know that Girls' Generation is a legend in the K-pop industry. Their legendary position in the industry comes not only from outstanding group activities, but also from the popularity of all members individually. At that time, each member in Girls' Generation had their own marks on their solo activities. While the level of coverage may vary among the members, they were all popular names known by everyone. Being at the peak of their fame and success, the other 8 members had no reason to be jealous of Jessica's personal achievement. Many people said that Jessica was favored by SM Entertainment, and arguably there's no doubt about that. However, I think it's a matter of mutual influence. When Girls' Generation debuted, the Korean public paid more attention to some prominent members at that time, such as Yoona, Taeyeon, Yuri, Seoyoon, not Jessica, but she later showed her potential, so SM started to actively promote her individual activities. If a member can make big money, no doubt the company would invest more in them. This is a win-win situation, and I think SM had the right strategy. Don't try to argue that Jessica is estranged from the company and so on, because that's not true. Statistics showed that Jessica's time as the center is always in the top 3 of the group, even though she is not the official center. Her line distribution is arguably the second most in the group, even surpassing main vocalist Taeyeon at some times, and not to mention numerous magazine covers, OSTs, movies, both Korea and China, and variety shows. If everything was going smoothly, then why did SM have to eliminate Jessica and ban her broadcast to Korea? Lots of netizens opined that Jessica was the one to blame for making selfish decisions despite being a member of a top-tier girl group. Many argue that her fashion brand is the main problem leading to the group having to turn its back on the member who has been with them for a long time. For someone working in the entertainment industry, resources and connections are extremely important to maintain a career. If Jessica had been determined to stay in the group and run her own brand, fashion resources, advertising, sponsors would have been reduced or even cut off. The other 8 members would have been affected by Jessica alone, so SM had no choice but to protect the interests of the majority. Jessica at that time meant to prove herself right and indirectly blame the company as well as the other members through her 2 fictional novels, Shine and Bright. In 2014, when things were not still unclear, many Jessica's fans said that without Jessica, Girls' Generation would be nothing. This statement didn't sit well with Sones because obviously the success of Girls' Generation came from the efforts of all 9 members. No one denies Jessica's efforts, but her alone is not enough. The other 8 pieces should be acknowledged as well. Making the decision on her own, why does Jessica keep reminding about Girls' Generation one way or another? Probably because of the prominent fame of this name. Because Girls' Generation is a name of legend, Jessica wants to use its reputation to maintain her own, not only as a businesswoman, but also as an active artist. Many people think that Jessica's reputation alone is enough for her to survive, but it's not the case. If Jessica doesn't rely on her ex-group's fame, of course she still has her own fan base, but the public and the entertainment industry will soon forget a person who is turned back on by both ex-members and the company. And secondly, Jessica seems pitiful when she has to be alone. Since breaking up in 2014, the other members have never mentioned anything related to her. They frequently gather on important days such as birthdays, group anniversaries, appear on Yuri's cooking YouTube channel, regularly show support whenever Taeyeon or Tiffany releases new singles or albums, record Haeyeon's TikTok videos, or sometimes support new movies from Yoona. 8 people always have each other's back, except Jessica. So maybe a part of her always feels uncomfortable and jealous. Anyway, decisions are made and things have settled down after all. Probably it's time to draw a line between Jessica and Girls' Generation, especially when the girl group is close to its return and is expected to gain prominent success to reinforce its name as an iconic act in the K-pop industry. Hopefully everyone, no matter their choice, can feel at peace. This is just my opinion and observation. Let me know your viewpoints below, and don't forget to follow our channel to get to know the secrets behind the K-pop stardom.